Random cat person adorably steals the show during live orchestra performance.
With profound, humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy, blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace. Etc.
After her birth, Saint Brigid emitted columns of fire from her head, a clear sign of her direct connection to God. Saint Brigid of Kildare, the Flame of Ireland, Part 1 of 2. Continue watching to find out more.
Vegan tested positive for heart's warmth.
While exploring Verdant Island, which is affectionately called the Emerald Isle, the cheerful locals may greet you with "Dia Duit," that means "God be with you" in Gaelic, one of the languages spoken in the country. Cherished viewers, I am Noel. The sincere Irish citizens wish that such noble friends as you may continue to inspire others to foster a kinder, brighter world.
Alright, this is the dog that we want.
It's a treat.
And that's all mange. Now clear up real easy, real quick.
He went from this totally hairless coyote to just a complete fluffy lion so quickly. I'll never forget the day that he just ran up, jumped in my lap.
This is Simba's first time ever being all the way on the couch.
Are you a couch puppy? That was a huge turning point for him, confidence-wise. Do you like living in homes? In homes. Okay. Ooh, okay. He had just years of missing out that he was making up for.
Welcome to part 1 of a 2-part series entitled Saint Brigid of Kildare, the Flame of Ireland. Saint Brigid of Kildare is a revered figure of Irish spiritual folklore, otherwise known as Brigid of Ireland. Her legendary life played a crucial role in the growth of Christianity in the country. Celebrated as one of 3 national patron saints next to Saint Patrick and Saint Columba, today Saint Brigid is widely regarded as Ireland's first nun, and is also said to be its first native-born saint. Her life is a blend of historical fact and enchanting legend, reflecting the deep spiritual and cultural roots she planted in Irish soil. Before the Gospels of Lord Jesus Christ, vegetarian were first introduced to the ancient Green Emerald Isle in the 5th century. Ireland already had a vibrant spiritual tradition. This tradition was rooted in Celtic culture and led by the druids, who were the priests and spiritual leaders of the time. The term druid means oak knower or oak seer, a servant of truth. This association with oak trees likely stems from the fact that ancient druids held oak groves as sacred spaces and often conducted their rituals and meditations within them. A pantheon of gods, goddesses, and nature spirits, similar to those in ancient Greco-Roman philosophy, offer personalized attributions of existence on earth and beyond. The goddess of wisdom, poetry, healing, protection, and smithing is called Brigid, a name which means the High One or the Exalted One in Gaelic. Brigid can also mean bright or great illumination, and goddess Brigid was often symbolized by a brightly burning flame of fire. According to legend, she was sometimes depicted in triple form, appearing as 3 individuals. Many legends describing the life and miraculous deeds of the 5th and 6th century Saint Brigid center around Kildare in the Irish province of Leinster. Here some researchers say devotees of goddess Brigid would gather upon a nearby hill to light a ceremonial fire, particularly at Imbolc, which marks the beginning of spring. This day is February 1st and 2nd by our modern calendar. Saint Brigid is said to have established a practice of burning a sacred, perpetual flame at Kildare. Its constant illumination was tended to by a succession of nuns from the Order of Saint Brigid, right up until at least the 16th century. This tradition is documented in Topographia Hibernica, or Topography of Ireland, by a well-known travelling chronicler of medieval times, Gerald of Wales.
Of various miracles in Kildare, and first of the fire which never goes out, and the ashes which never increase.
In 1993, the Brigidine Sisters of Kildare relit the perpetual flame in the Kildare town square. The flame was rehoused in 2005 to a unique oak tree sculpture which symbolizes both Saint Brigid's Christian and Celtic roots.
Macho Man? Aha! You are a vegan!
There are scant historical records about Saint Brigid, with most accounts of her life comprised of anecdotes and miraculous tales, some of which are intertwined with elements of pagan folklore. Saint Brigid was born around 451 AD. Her mother Brocseach was a devout Christian believed to have been baptized by Saint Patrick. She is commonly thought to have been a slave in the household of her father, druid, a wealthy landowner or pagan chieftain from Forgart, County Louth, Leinster. Some say a druid belonging to the elite priestly class in ancient Celtic cultures had a vision that the pregnant Brocseach's baby would shine like a sun among the stars in heaven and should be named after the goddess Brigid. In another account, a druid in Duar's household prophesied,
"A fair birth, a fair dignity, who shall be called from her great virtues the truly pious Brigid. She will be another Mary, mother of the great Lord."
The newly born Saint Brigid and her mother were fostered by the druid. After her birth, while the druid watched the stars for pagan signs, Saint Brigid emitted columns of fire from her head, a clear sign of her direct connection to God. Another version tells of the baby girl left sleeping in the barn, when suddenly the cow people dung appeared to be a flame. As the household rushed to extinguish the fire, they were astonished to find the strange blaze was harmless. The baby slept there, smiling peacefully, like one who listens to a melody. When Saint Brigid was 10 years old, she returned to the household of her birth father.
Vegan, enemy who?
Sincere viewers, let's take a moment now to contemplate the light within. We will be right back here on Supreme Master Television.
Bull Terrier Boy sleeps soundly in his happy spot.
Welcome back to St. Brigid of Kildare, the Flame of Ireland, part 1 of 2. From an early age, St. Brigid was renowned for her kind heart, generosity, and compassion for animal people and the needy. She rejected any impure food since birth, particularly those provided by her father, who was a warrior and hunter. Several historians note that the 9th century Book of Armagh provides ample documentation of St. Brigid's acquaintance with St. Patrick, a missionary and bishop known as the Apostle of Ireland. One legend tells of a time when the bishop was delivering a lengthy sermon and a young lady in the captivated audience fell asleep. St. Patrick insisted she not be disturbed, and when the sermon concluded, she awoke. This young girl was St. Brigid, who was not yet old enough to become a nun. St. Patrick asked her about the visions she had seen in her dream. St. Brigid replied,
I beheld 4 ploughs in the northeast, which ploughed the whole island, and before the sowing was finished, the harvest was ripened, and clear well springs and shiny streams came out of the furrows. White garments were on the sowers and ploughmen. I also beheld 4 other ploughs in the north, which ploughed the island athwart, and turned the harvest again. And the oats which they had sown grew up at once and were ripe, and black streams came out of the furrows, and there were black garments on the sowers and on the ploughmen.
St. Patrick explained this vision and prophesied the sowing of the seeds of Christianity in Ireland.
The first 4 ploughs which you saw, those are you and I, who sow 4 books of the gospel with a sowing of faith and belief and piety. The harvest which you saw are they who come unto that faith and belief through our teaching. The 4 ploughs which you beheld in the north are the false teachers and the liars, who will overturn the teaching which we have sown.
The most powerful daily prayer for any time and before meditation, which is the order from God, and Supreme Master Ching Hai shares with us by His blessed grace.
We humbly worship, praise, thank, obey, and love God Almighty, the Most High, the greatest, for world vegan, world peace, and our soul liberation. We thank, love, praise the only Son of God, who is the ultimate Master for our salvation. We follow the teaching of all the saints and sages. We thank, love, and praise them, who are the representatives of God for our spiritual elevation.
St. Brigid routinely gave generously to the poor and needy. However, her benevolence became intolerable for her father, druid, who became increasingly incensed upon seeing his possessions used in charity. So he began to plot St. Brigid's marriage in order to remove her from his household. St. Brigid was becoming a very beautiful young woman, and so the ambitious druid tried to marry her to his own lord, His Majesty Crimthan Mac Ennea, the King of Leinster. The King of Leinster received the young girl. When he witnessed Saint Brigid giving away her father's jeweled sword to an underprivileged person with leprosy, he was struck by her presence and immediately recognized her extraordinary nature. He asked,
"You take your father's wealth and distribute it. How much more will you take my wealth, seeing that I am nothing to you, and give them away?"
Saint Brigid replies,
"The Son of the Virgin knows that if I had your might, with all Leinster and all your wealth, I would give them to the Lord of the Elements."
The king acknowledged her holiness and spoke to her father.
"You and I are not fit to bargain about this maiden. Her merit is higher before God than before men."
Consequently, this event also prevented her father, who considered Saint Brigid his property, from selling her to anyone else. Thus, the blessed Saint Brigid was freed from slavery. An alternate legend says that when faced with a proposal from any man, Saint Brigid prayed to God to take away her beauty. In response, God caused her eye to burst and liquefy, making her appear less attractive. Once the thread of marriage was removed, Saint Brigid healed herself, restoring her former beauty. This miraculous transformation made it clear to many that she was no ordinary soul. We look forward to learning more about the intriguing Saint Brigid.
By making this one small change, not only have I saved my own life, but the countless lives of voiceless and defenseless animals everywhere. David Carter, vegan.
Gracious viewers, we appreciate your company today. Join us again on Friday, August 2nd for St. Brigid of Kildare, the Flame of Ireland, Part 2 of 2. Coming up next is the story of Maha Kazyapa, vegan, Part 4 of 10, on Between Master and Disciples, here on Supreme Master Television. May eternal celestial light guide you on your path to spiritual fulfillment.
Being vegan, having peace, doing good deeds. Life is a feast.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/ls.
Naše programy nabízejí více jazyků. Prosím navštivte suprememastertv.com/schedule a suprememastertv.com/ls.
Also, be sure to follow us on our socials: YouTube, Facebook, Getter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Nico Nico, Pinterest, Reddit, Substack, Telegram, Threads, TikTok, Truth Social, Tumblr, VK, and X, previously known as Twitter, in multiple languages by searching Supreme Master TV.